On the 1st of January 2014, Tusla, the Child and Family Agency, becomes the first dedicated state body responsible for improving the safety, well-being and better outcomes for children. The establishment of the agency marks the most comprehensive reform ever undertaken in child protection, early intervention and family support services in Ireland. The agency is driven by a mission to improve the lives of our community's most vulnerable members, our children. With a steadfast focus on putting children at the heart of what it does, the agency tirelessly works to gradually enhance its operations by embracing more innovative models of service delivery, strategically planning for a strong and capable workforce, and taking greater ownership of its processes and systems. Tusla aims to create a brighter future for every child in its care. In 2015, Tusla launches the Prevention, Partnership and Family Support Model, introducing approaches such as child and family support networks and child and youth participation to provide early intervention and supports to children, young people and families across communities. 2016 sees the complete transformation of Tusla's Early Years Inspectorate, including a new inspection process and a new online national register of all early years service providers, ensuring the highest standards of care and safety for our youngest citizens. Strengthening its commitment to continuous improvement and consistency in how it provides its services, Tusla launches its new Child Protection and Welfare Strategy and the Signs of Safety National Practice Approach to promote child safety in collaboration with children, families and their support networks. In 2017, Tusla supports the implementation of the Children First Act and guidance by providing knowledge and skills to its workforce, those working with children, mandated persons and relevant organisations. It strives to create a safer environment for children and families. In 2018, Tusla invests in programmes to help it comply with the General Data Protection Regulation, Freedom of Information and Data Management, with a focus on training and developing staff, accompanied by the launch of its first ICT strategy. In 2019, the agency establishes TESS, or Tusla Education Support Service, integrating the Educational Welfare Service, the Homeschool Community Liaison Scheme and the School Completion Programme to encourage greater attendance, participation and retention in school and improve outcomes for children and young people. When the COVID-19 pandemic hits in 2020, face-to-face services are reduced and the agency focuses on child protection and welfare supports. Working closely with community and voluntary organisations, Tusla comes up with creative ways to help and connect with children and young people, especially those who are at risk. At the same time, it also provides significant support and funding for domestic, sexual and gender-based violence services to meet the growing demand. In May 2021, Tusla's ICT systems, at that stage provided by the HSE, are impacted by a cyber attack. A significant programme of work gets underway to secure and re-establish systems. The following 6 months sees Tusla accelerate and complete migration to its own ICT infrastructure, with cybersecurity as a cornerstone. For the first time, all Tusla offices and its workforce are connected on a modern ICT environment, allowing the agency to fully use technology and innovation in how it delivers its services. In spring 2022, because of the war in Ukraine, Tusla, in partnership with its funded agencies and other state agencies, establishes new ways of working and scales up services in accommodation, community support and educational support to respond to the significant increase in families and young people fleeing war. In July 2022, the Birth Information and Tracing Act gives the right to access information at birth to anyone who was adopted, boarded out, subject to an illegal birth registration, or placed in other care arrangements. From October 2022, Tusla responds to more than 5,300 requests for this information. That same year, as the needs of children, young people and families become more complex due to socio-economic changes, mental health, disability, addiction and workforce challenges, Tusla implements new strategies to address critical areas of foster care, residential care and aftercare. At the same time, it introduces its first people strategy, investing in leadership and culture and creating conditions to attract and retain the best workforce. As part of Tusla's reform programme, these strategies help to lay the foundations for better outcomes for vulnerable children. In 2023, Tusla continues to focus on implementing its reform programme across its structure, practice and culture. The goal is to provide children and families with integrated services, ensuring they receive the right service from the right person at the right time, and that its workforce feels valued, supported and proud to work for Tusla. Over the 10 years, demand for child protection and welfare services almost doubles, while demand for all other services also rises significantly, and new services are developed to meet those challenges. From a new agency with a budget of €608 million in 2014 and a workforce of 3,300, Tusla has grown significantly. In 2024, its budget has increased to over €1.1 billion and its staff grows to over 5,200. Services are now more compliant with legislation and regulation, and lessons continue to be learnt to ensure outcomes for children and families continue to improve. This progress is thanks to its dedicated and hard-working workforce, its partnership with funded agencies, key stakeholders and foster carers, and the ongoing commitment of its board, the Department of Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth, and wider government commitment to continue to invest in child and family services. For the past 10 years, Tusla has been on a journey of continuous improvement, constantly striving for a better and safer future for children and families across Ireland. Together, we make a difference, empowering lives and shaping a brighter tomorrow.